Now that you've created your block, you need to put it onto a title block sheet or a drawing. What you want to do is you want to go up to File, up here to the new paper, and you want to do Make Drawing from Part Assembly. So you're just going to click Make Drawing from Part Assembly when you have your block open. You got to have it open though to do this. Once you click that button, it's going to ask you for your title block. You need to go find your title block. So click Browse, which is right here, and go to your My Documents folder. So go to Computer, go to your ID number, which is mine's right here. And you want to go to My Documents, find the drafting folder, find the Solidworks folder, and find your file. So if I go into mine and find mine, when I get to my folder, it's going to look like this. It says title block or title block PBA format. Whatever your title block that you have is going to look like this. It's going to be an SLDDRT or SLDDRT, one of these. It's going to have SLDDRT. So I click that and hit open. Okay, this is my title block that I have created. Yours might look a little different, but I'm going to click OK. And I have a title block in here now. Okay, I have the date. If I want to edit it, I have to right click, edit sheet format, and I can come in and I can edit the date. I can edit the name and so on. I want to right click when I'm done and hit edit sheet, and now I'm back into this mode. Okay, that column that popped over here was a nice easy column. Actually, I'm going to show you how to bring in your project now. So if you go to View Layout and you want to do a Standard 3 View, so click Standard 3 View, and if you notice my block is right here. If it's not there, you got to go find it. So you got to click Browse and go find your folder on the My Documents, Drafting 1.2, Solidworks, and you find the R. Swartz 8-29. That's what you want to save it as. Your first initial, last name, 8-29. So I click that, and I hit the check mark. And look, it brings it in automatically. It brings in your 3 views. So I can move these around and position them. However, they're the wrong size. They're too small. So if I click the front view, it applies to the other 2 views. If I click this view, it'll only work for this view. So you want to make sure you have selected the front view. Come over to your left side column, which is the drawing view, and you want to change it to outline, which is the second one, hidden lines visible. So now the hidden lines pop up, and now I want to change the scale also. So I'm going to use custom scale over on the left hand side and change it to 1:1. And if you notice, the drawings get bigger. The views get bigger, so I can move them over a little bit, give a little bit more room. There's some things that you need to add in here. You need to add in center lines. So now that I have this clicked, I can come up to my annotations and I can click the center line right here. If I click this button, select views, okay, see how the view is selected, it put lines in there. Now if I come in here and I put this line, click that one, it already has them. Those are center marks. But this one doesn't have it, so I got to click this view also, and boom, it puts it in there. So if I just click it, it's all done. All my center lines are put in. I don't have to draw them. It's very nice, handy. One thing that you do want to do is you want to learn to put in the 3D view. So to do that, you would click the front view. I come up to View Layout. You're going to put in Projected View. So click the Projected View, and I'm just going to drag it to the right corner. It overlaps right now, but we're going to shrink it down. So just click once, on left click once. Okay, now I want to select this view. It brings the properties up over here. I'm going to select the 3D, it's the shaded with edges, and I'm going to half size it. So I'm going to use a custom size, and I'm going to go a 1:2 scale. I'm going to shrink it down, and now I can grab it and move it over. Get used to putting the 3-dimensional view, your isometric view, into your 3D view or orthographic view paper. The next thing that you need to do is just dimension it, and it's really easy in SolidWorks. What you're going to do is go to Annotation up here in the top tab, and to dimension circles, actually let's do first, you always do your length, width, height. So I'm going to click Smart Dimension, just click the line, boom, and you see these two little half moons, the yellow and blue. If I move off of it, you see how my dimension is not centered. If I go back to the yellow circle, it automatically places the dimension at the correct distance. So I want to use these. I'm going to put it up on top, so I'm going to hit the top half moon. I'm going to go down here, and I want it on the inside. I want this dimension. I can move it over there. I can move it here. I want it on the inside, the height, and then the width. I want the width right here. So I have length, width, and height. Those are done. Now I'm going to do my features. I have a cut right here. So I want this cut. All right, I want the width. I want the height. I'm going to put the height over here. Actually, I'll probably just put it over here. And now I want this section 2, or this view, this dimension here, because I need to know how far in this cut goes. So I got to have this one, or I can have both. So I'm going to click that view, or that line, and just click it again. You puts the dimension down right in the right spot. So that feature is dimensioned. And now I want to do this feature. So I'm going to click this line. I'm going to click this line because I got to have that, and now I want to click this line. So I have 3 dimensions for this particular feature. Now the only other feature that I need to dimension would be my holes. The way we do that is a little different. I want to go to Hole Wizard, okay, or Hole Callout. Sorry. If I click Hole Callout, I come down here and I click this hole. I bring it out here. If you notice, since the holes are the same size, it automatically puts a 2x in front of it. It says 0.75 through all. So I don't even have to do the other hole. The only thing that I need to make sure is that this line does not cross a dimension line. It can cross the extension line, but it cannot cross this line that has the arrow on it. So just make sure that this line right here comes up at an angle, and that hole is done. The only thing that I need to do for size, the only other thing I need to do is give the location. So I'm going to go back to my annotation, Smart Dimension, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see. I'm going to click this line. I got to click 2 points. Then I'm going to come up and click the horizontal line that matches this line. So I'm going to click this edge over here, and I can click this side or this side. I'm going to click this side. And now I got to go vertical. So I want the vertical line with this line. So I'm going to click the edge, and I'm going to go to this vertical. Don't go to the center, because watch what happens. Well, it worked that time, but let me show you what happens if you click the vertical line and you click a horizontal line. It gives an angle. Okay, I don't want that. Hit escape, it takes you out. Hit it twice, it takes you out. Click Smart Dimension again. You got to hit the vertical line with the vertical line. You can't do the horizontal. So it's got to be vertical, vertical, or horizontal, horizontal. The only dimension I need, since this is all lined up, I don't need to dimension the horizontal line over here. I just need to dimension this vertical line to this vertical line. That's all I need. And if you notice, you see how this dimension automatically got pushed up so that these two came in below it, because these two dimensions are smaller than this dimension. Remember, the largest dimension goes on the outside. I do not want to see this. That is not correct. So make sure that this dimension is on the outside of the two smaller dimensions. That is all you need to do as far as dimensioning this block. One thing I would do is see there's not much room here and there's lots of room down here. I would hit escape twice, click this object, bring this down a little bit, and try and line it up so you have equal distance all the way around. It's kind of centered. Doesn't have to be exact, but let's make it look close. And that's all I would do. The next thing you would do is just